what's up, y'all? It's the boy Left. I'm gonna say good day, good afternoon, good evening, whenever you hear this. We gotta be aware of what we are and what we need. And when I say we, I'm talking to my black, African American people. We got to be aware of what we need. We live in America in a time and in a place where there's so much going on and so many things that can distract you that it'll make you miss the most important things. You know what I'm saying? Like what's going on with your family, your children, your environment. We're not paying attention to that. We're not paying attention to what's been happening. And without knowing, we've allowed this system to get, or should I say, this apparatus to get so out of hand that it seems like the only way to me to really make a change, take a stand, is look at history. You got to know the people that quote unquote came in to discover America, which had already been discovered, but I'm talking about the colonizers. The people that came over here were coming in search of a better day, a better opportunity, a better way, more money, a way to express their religious beliefs. But in that same light, they broke away from a system, and they went, and by any means necessary, they took what they wanted. Whether they lied about it, whether they stole for it, whether they killed for it, they did whatever they needed to go and get this land and build on it. They brainwashed, they manipulated, they created wars to, one, slow and stifle civilizations, and then two, allow them to place their flag and place in history in different lands that didn't have nothing to do with them. So I said that to say, like, we got to be willing and ready to change. We got to be willing and ready to take our talents and go get a new land by any means. Break away from a system. Now I know when I say that, it's gonna be a lot of people feeling like leave America. No, that ain't what I'm saying. They came to America that had already had people here. We already here in America with people here. I'm saying let's get us some more land, our land, to build upon, to create upon. Our schools, our own curriculums, our own farms, our own food, our own police, our own government system. They can keep this little corrupt system they started when they first said they came over here and trying to get it going. Them colonizers, let them have their system, but we need our own government. And how we do that? Well, we need a reform. You know, the same way that they zone neighborhoods and zone suburbia and zone the urban neighborhood. We need to reform and zone this land and give us our land that we deserve. My thing is, it's so much corruption that's happened for them to get in this place. It's hard to, one, really respect anything that they say or do. They don't want to admit to the slayings they've done. They don't want to teach about the eminent domain they've incorporated in their system and massacres. They don't want to teach about those things. They don't want to teach about infiltrating black organizations and turn them down from the inside out. You got to look at what they give you. Women, in the beginning of this, they didn't care about you. They still don't. Fellas, we was 3/5. That ain't changed. When they started this country, when they colonized this land that was already civilized, when they colonized over here, they did that with them in mind, not the people that were here and coming here in mind. We let them steal the land, steal our brains, steal our time. We so misguided and divided. Like we can't come together for nothing. It's hard to trust my brother when I know the story of Jesus and Judas. I know that Frank Hampton had that other sucker. And I know, I'm sure Huey Newton had some suckers. I'm sure Morton had some suckers. I'm sure Malcolm had some suckers. I'm sure Farrakhan got some suckers around him. Like, it's inevitable. It's just how it is. It's somebody who's willing to get close to you for another person that don't look like you, that don't think like you. And why is that? Because we lost. We so down and down trifling that when it comes time for somebody to say something that is about us changing and becoming great and who we supposed to, oh nah, nigga trying to be, he think he holier than now. This nigga be reading. Oh, you be reading for real? Like that's some ignorant stuff too. Like, we'll do everything but try to learn some more. We only want to learn about having fun. We don't want to learn about the real. We don't want to hear about the real. We got the wrong passions. I don't know how we still gangbanging. I don't know how we still shooting at ourselves. So his cousin did something to my cousin. Well, this apparatus did something to your great-great-great-grandma and your grandma and your mama and your daddy and your granddaddy. Like, this system is done so much that it's made you just want to kill the next person to you, the closest thing to you. You don't got no insight to or appreciating shit for what life really is, for what love really is, for what growth really is. I'm not gonna tell you you're not supposed to take a stand. You are, but you don't see from all of this, it's a problem. Us killing each other, us lying to each other, us not learning about each other. How are you not interested in having a world where you ain't got to worry about a police officer judging you or coming up on you, killing you? Because that's happening. Act like it don't. It does. We still get nervous. We see the police. For what? That's just built into our character. But you know what? You could tell by their actions and their character, they scared us. We could not be on nothing, and they answer is, I fear for my life. You hear me? And it's acceptable to them cops and to them policemen. They got a system. That's why we ain't gonna be able to perform in this world and in this system until it's reformed. We can't perform her until it's reformed her. We got to change some things. You got to know when they created the police, it wasn't for you. When they created these laws, it wasn't for you. They created the Constitution, it was not for you. They created the Bill of Rights. I didn't think that was for you. Them amendments, that wasn't for you. I didn't think you would come up and have a chance to bear arms, or have a voice, or be able to petition, or be able to read or write. They didn't create that stuff for you. But with that being said, when they did, you know what they gave us? This is how they tricked us, y'all. Just feel where I'm going. They give you the white character, Uncle Sam. And it's supposed to be respectable. This man taking money from you, taking land from you, taking lives from you. Uncle Sam needs you, right? But we done been put in this position where the black person that worked close to the slave master and that learned some stuff is an Uncle Tom. Now, don't get me wrong, right? A slave, whether you work close to the master or not. Huh? Is he still a slave? Ain't like he came and asked for the job. I'm just speaking of the time. Now, Uncle Tom's that house Negro. You know what get me about my black people? That we could fault any of us in a slave mindset. We got people proud of the field nigga. I would have been a field nigga. I wouldn't have been no house nigga. Nigga, you still would have been a nigga. That's what you would have been. You would have been whatever they told you. They ain't tell you that they was cutting them house niggas' balls off, did they? You field niggas was running, but they was cutting them house niggas' balls off and cutting y'all feet off. They ain't say that shit. They was in there raping them house niggas. Huh? I wouldn't have been no house nigga. What? You'd have been a field nigga, house nigga, middle nigga, any nigga out there. You'd have followed your goddamn granddaddy, uncle's cousin, because you follow them the same way you do now. You do what they do now. My uncle, he was yeah, that's what you know. So you would have been the same type of whatever your daddy was, whatever your mama was. That's the same type of time you'd have been pushing. So faulting a motherfucker who can read and write, I don't blame. I respect. Because you feel niggas ain't doing nothing but complaining, getting your foot cut off, and blaming this nigga for something that you can't do nothing about. You feel niggas still can't read. You can't fault none of them shits. You can't say, oh, Uncle Tom ass nigga. What he supposed to be? Motherfucker chosen. They ain't taking no applications. I want you to do it. Nah, this nigga see he can read. See, this nigga got the mindset to try to read. Can pick up some shit. You motherfuckers don't want to pick up nothing new. Y'all want to stick to what this what I know. You feel niggas wasn't trying to run away. Somebody had to come teach you that shit. Somebody educated above y'all had to come show you the light. Still, just like today. Whole thing is we just tricked. Motherfuckers don't never complain about Uncle Sam. Don't never be like, oh, racist ass, hand in my pocket ass Uncle Sam, stealing ass, corrupt Uncle Sam. But they fought you, Uncle Tom's house niggas. That's what messes all up. We straight divided. You think this nigga wanna be doing that? This nigga is tricked, just like you tricked. You was in the mindset of in this space where, okay, I guess the field nigga running to run away. You don't think them house niggas was running away too? Don't be tricked. You don't think them house niggas was trying to teach y'all too? They got y'all so confused. We just hate whatever we ain't. When we don't realize we could be whatever we want to be. Honest truth is, Shit, we now quote unquote free, but we still slaves to their system. I mean it, not just what we gotta vote for. We slave to the way what we gotta eat, what we gotta live, they time, and this daylight saving time shit. Like, why? I don't get it. What's the purpose? We accept Uncle Sam, but frown upon Uncle Tom. You niggas don't know that until, like I said, we break away, reform to perform. Like, we ain't gonna be able to perform on any level, because we ain't gonna be able to see eye to eye. We ain't gonna be able to come together, because one, you thinking this person a Uncle Sam, Uncle Tom, and this person a field nigga, and we still gotta look at Uncle Sam. Now we need our house niggas, our field niggas, our all niggas, our real niggas, our shit, not for nothing, our talented niggas, because you know it was talents. Like, you just look at it. They have you box. They have you play baseball in front of them and entertain them. Have you sing and dance just like now. We just got to go do that for ourselves. I'm gonna keep saying, like, until we get our own everything. We need our own markets. We need our own land where food we can trust coming from. What's wrong with what I'm saying? What's wrong with the idea of not getting food that's trying to kill you over hormones or some mass-produced fake stuff that they making look like something and taste like something, and they putting all these chemicals in it? Why we got to deal with that? Why we can't have some natural and rich food? You know what else we need? If we gonna stay in this corrupt system with y'all, we need the real cures to this shit y'all created. We know y'all made AIDS. We know y'all tested syphilis on our people. We learning now still that this COVID stuff was made in another lab in the Wuhan. We know y'all making these diseases. That's the thing. We need the cure for these things. We need to look at these laws that they've created just for our people. They over-police our area, knowing that it's like shooting fish in a barrel. I'm gonna create a law that's gonna go against your way of thinking and living, but I'm gonna give you this way of thinking and living. Cause we survivors. That's what I will give my black people. That's what I will say to y'all. You put us in any system, any corrupt, any foul place, we'll get in there and make the best out of it. Right, if you don't believe me, look at what the slaves did. Look at what all our people do in poverty. Look where soul food came from. Look where the music that you like, R&B, rap, blues, jazz, all that stuff came from some black people expressing themselves. You understand? The sport that you might like, that's corrupt as hell, it still came even better from us coming in and making that game what it is. Them white boys, when they was first playing, they was coming down the court like this. Motherfucker couldn't switch a hand, not a nothing. You hear me? Our rhythm, our vibration, so goddamn high. We got on that shit and start dunking. You know what they did? Outlaw the dunk. You hear me? You know what they did? We so motherfucking dominant and powerful, widen the lanes. No. He too close. He too close to the rim. Why let's widen these lanes? I think it's a game. so motherfucking dominant and powerful. Them motherfuckers didn't even want to play with us. Hey, no, you can't play. But it's hard. See, that's the thing that we gotta that's the hard thing we gotta realize. It's hard to keep a great thing out. You can't tell me that this system ain't crazy and corrupt when you know this is happening. I can guarantee you. I don't gotta drop a name, but you can have a white racist cop, a white racist anything, and this motherfucker a cheer for a black person on his team, on this ball, on the ball team, whatever it is, hockey. Let it on see color now. That's the thing I don't like. They choose when they want to see color. They choose when they want to be right. They choose when they want to give you truth. And we accept anything from them. We so caught up in the fear. I know we know what they did to Martin Luther King. We know what they did to Jesus. Like we know what happens when you right and you trying to let people know what's going on. They get rid of you. That's what I'm saying. We need to get rid of them. We can't perform in a place that wasn't for us. We need better. We gotta be better. Like we gotta be in a place where they gotta acknowledge us as real people. These people treating us like we just gotta do whatever they say, and just remember these type of acts, the way they move, is the reason why they started their own country. They went somewhere else where people were already at and did whatever they did to start their own laws, their own beliefs and teachings. They was willing to die, kill, steal, cheat, spread diseases back then to get whatever they wanted to happen. Like, I ain't saying we gotta copy them, but I'm saying we can't act like we don't know what the hell they did to get where they are. And we still allowing anything to happen. Then it stole so much time, wasted so much of our lives, yo. So many bright individuals that taken out just because of their views. And it's so hard to say, but it's gonna take bloodshed. It just is. That's the only thing they understand. That marching shit, that ain't doing nothing. You don't hear them march. They snatch you up if they want to. I was a part of a Mike Brown protest. We ain't got nothing but our hands up. We ain't doing nothing wrong. They came and snatched us up. That's the whole thing. That peaceful protest shit. They don't do nothing peaceful. You hear me? They don't do nothing peaceful. They come with a war. They come with a disease. They come with an executive order. And how they do these things? Oh, they show you this, and then right over here they do something else. They stay distracting us. They stay distracting you. Me too. I know I'm a victim of the same thing. Being caught up in the everyday. When I ain't been thinking about, I'm just accepting anything. You just been accepting anything. I mean, I've luckily always had the the mindset to question why, wonder why. But the thing be, it's hard to believe anything once you find out that you've been lied to about all of this. It's hard not to, like, I get my people just be for self, but that ain't the way we do it. We gotta move like the way they did. I'm a stand up. We gotta take our money out of their banks. That's the first place. Take our money out of their banks. We create a new banking system, something for ourselves. You have to be this. They don't have no handle on it. It's our system. We created it for us. That's the first initial way. And then we got to start developing our own products. Land, schooling, education. We got to re-enlighten ourselves to the fact that we was here before Christopher Columbus. Your people weren't just slaves. Enlighten us that you don't just got to be a basketball player. You don't got to just be a football player, baseball player. Like, those are great dreams. But there are so many more doctors, lawyers, real teachers needed, professors, philosophers, dentists. Then we need people that can shoot a ball. Like, that shit is nice and well. But if we understood seriously, if we didn't have those leagues, if we didn't have all the time needed to become a great basketball player, football player, y'all would find other things to be great at. Now, I'm just speaking of the time before basketball and all that shit, before they wanted you to play with them, and before they created a game, and before they did all of this. It was about protecting your land. All of y'all was warriors. You hear me? Y'all all was warriors back then. We didn't have no fucking football to go play. We was warriors, soldiers. You hear me? So if I want to control you, you know what? I'm gonna take, some of the best athletes, which would have been great soldiers, but I'm gonna have y'all distracted. Have y'all all under law and under this type of contract to where you're thinking, you know what? I can't say this. I can't be that. I can't do this. The be all end all is for me to make it to this league and I do this and this. No. We all just really want the same thing. To be able to do what we want. Live in a nice place. Have decent money. Nice vehicle. Good food. Place to raise our children. That ain't nothing. That's crazy to ask for. No corruption. That ain't nothing crazy to ask for. But yeah, we giving everything but that. We malnutrition, undereducated, overdeveloped in the wrong ways. And it's so hard because it's so many things to point out. We got all these brilliant people doing all this stuff, creating the wrong things. Like, how come we ain't figured out a replacement for gas yet for these cars? And I ain't talking about electric. I'm talking about water. How come we can't figure out how to make water work for these cars? I feel like it'll be better on the environment. Why ain't we figured that type of situation out? whole thing is, it's really on us to make our people better. We can't expect these people to teach us nothing. You got to teach your child. You got to teach yourself. Because you've been lied to. I was lied to. My mom was lied to. Got us looking, thinking one thing coming, and that ain't coming. It's hard to believe anything. That's what get me. I look at these stories that we got, like the Bible. People use the Quran. People might use other texts to obey. I look at them and I treat them as with an allegory. You hear me? These are stories, and it's hard to say words. It's just truth there. So you got to look at it, and you got to read in between the lines, and you got to read again, and you got to break down what they giving to you, just like in the news article and just in the news reports. They give us these presidents and then complain about them. Y'all pick these motherfuckers. Y'all pick these old white guys to continue y'all old white guy system. There ain't nothing new. I'm of the mindset a president shouldn't be older than 35. Yeah, I said what I said. A president shouldn't be older than 35. You get 35, you get 4 years. By 40, you done. You need to be young. Why? Because when they started this shit, the presidents was generals. They was soldiers. They was out there fighting. You can't be out there fighting at 70. You ain't strong. You ain't got no strength. Fucking elder. Unless you Farrakhan. That man's amazing. He's built different. And I ain't saying I'm for it just to be that way, but I'm saying the way that he's taking care of himself and the way that he has handled himself has put himself in a position to look great at his elder of age. So that's what I'm saying. Respect. And I'm sure it's other people that are older, but some of these older white individuals that they give us and put into place, man, they be embarrassments for the country. They disrespect y'all. They keep giving y'all the same thing. They'll tell you that this president used to be racist. That shit ain't changed. The system ain't changed. They'll show you. They'll give you fact for fact. But you know what? Well, at least he ain't him. But this person ain't no better than the other. They the same people dressed in different suits. Either way, these presidents are just put up here. They got cue cards. Don't none of them come from the heart. They got stuff they supposed to say. They got key points, bullet points they better hit on. And you keep it right here. This is the discussion. Stir it this way. And if you don't, you know we got something on you. You know we'll make you look like this. If you don't, we'll get you out of here. If you try to raise some attention to a group or or apparatus that's inside of this apparatus, we'll get you out of here, and we got your replacement. You know we do. Just pay attention, man. Wake up, man. Like it killed me to just be dealing in this shit, because I know it's gonna take us all. Can't no one person just make this thing turn on his head like it need to. It ain't no one person. We all gotta break away from the system. The system destroying us. And we can't even tell, because we just so happy with some likes. We just so happy with some of the dumbest shit. Like, we want admiration. We want respect. People want power, and we need honor. this world is giving us tradition. You hear me? Tradition and of corruption. Just a tradition of corruption. They set it all up to make themselves even more and more money. Like, just look at where we at and look who we are. We're some of the most partying, Hennessy popping, Henny drinking, Douce drinking, winos, weed heads. I'm speaking of myself too, because I have a good time too, but I'm just trying to relate that I know and I notice the problem. And it's been happening forever. Like, they'll use who we think, or who they think we think is the culture and cool, to keep trying to push their agenda. Like, whatever it is, they'll grab your favorite rapper, actor, singer, dancer, musician, athlete, and have them bring you some here on a platter. Oh yeah, cause he said it. Man, we know what's up. We do. Not trying. But that shit works for fans, you hear me? Stop being fans of these people. That's the whole thing. We got caught up in the fanatic part. Ain't no future in that. And thing is, we just going in existence. We don't know what to believe. That's why we doing anything. We're doing anything but trying to get away. We still trying to make it in this land. We keep trying to make it. We keep trying to make it. It ain't for us. Like, I feel for Bill Cosby trying to buy the networks when he's doing. I just wish you would have just started your own something. Just start your own. Break away. You ain't gotta put it under that thing, man. If you build it right, we're gonna come. We're gonna support. We're gonna be a part of it. And that's for all y'all. That's for all the people in this system that don't realize that it's gonna take us to reform to perform correct. It's gonna take us to reform to get in a space where we are respected. I don't respect the way that things was handled and went about to make our world what it is. That just was on my heart, man. I had to share that with you. We need to develop. We need to grow. Establish our own. And that's what it's going to take. But, you know I'm going to leave with this. You know I'm going to leave with this. And that's if you can. If you can. Cure cancer. Don't create one. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Peace. You know the vibes.